Hi everybody, it's the end of July and I thought I would give you a little update on how the potager is growing and thriving. Even though it's been the hottest summer on record, we haven't had rain for over 8 weeks, although there is some forecast tomorrow, but I'll believe that when I see it. It's amazing how the plants survive. We do have a watering system which does help, but even so the heat has been over 40 degrees some days. So the archway that we've put up, I have tried growing butternut, squash and pumpkins up it this year, and it's been really successful. As you can see, there's one coming up there and I have a couple hanging there. I've supported them with clips and I have a lovely mini pumpkin hanging there. The dahlias have been fantastic, but they have suffered with the heat when they flower, and there have been abundance of flowers, but they don't last very long in the heat. But they're still growing really strongly. We've done loads and loads of peppers this year, chili peppers of various hotness, and we have some lovely juicy red ones. Lots of green that have got to turn red. These tomatoes in this bed I did from seed, so they're much further behind the others, which is great because they'll give us a yield way up into the autumn. But as you can see, they are growing really nicely. My beetroots have been fantastic. They're still growing strong, and I did succession planting in those, planting seeds further down this end. But I did plant some French beans over here, but they have not come up at all. So that was a bit of a disaster. The raspberries, tons and tons of greenery, but not so much fruit. Although I can see over there that there is loads of fruit beginning to come. So maybe we shall get some for the autumn. And these are tomatoes that self-seeded. And coming round, we have plenty of lemons on the lemon trees. The compost is struggling. I have been watering it because around here some people's compost heaps have been self-combusting because of the heat. I do have some rogue plants growing in there, which I'm going to leave in and see what comes of them. A tomato, and I think that's a butternut. This is the nursery creche where I've taken cut-ins. They seem to be doing okay in the shade. We're going to have an abundance of lovely figs this September. These are purple figs. Coming round to all the berries, the gooseberries and the red currants, they have not done well at all this year. And in fact, all the fruit that I did have on them has shriveled up and died, but I'm managing to keep them alive. We had a great crop of strawberries earlier in the year, but again, they have really suffered. And I think I'm going to lose half of my plants probably, but that's okay because they're a few years old now, so they will need replacing anyhow. And then as you can see, the tomatoes are just going crazy. These were the ones that I bought from the nursery, and they're growing, and there's so many tomatoes on them that the frames are buckling. But we've got loads of different varieties, from these beautiful little baby tomatoes to these lovely big juicy red ones. Lots of different flavours, Cornet des Andes, summer cider. And these are a rogue one. They were supposed to be something else, but I can't remember what, well, I don't actually know what these are now, but they taste delicious. So I shall have to find out from the nursery. So they're growing strong. And then coming around, I was gifted 2 lovely pomelo trees from a friend, which I've potted up. Pomelos are a cross between an orange and a grapefruit. And I do have some little baby ones coming just on there. And then into the seeding room, which has been a great success. However, I planted some plants in here to see the difference in how they would grow inside and outside, but I think it's actually been too hot because the tomatoes have not done very well. And even the basil, which everybody says, oh, it grows better in a greenhouse. It's much better outside because it's just been way too hot in here. But I do have some lovely yellow peppers on this little tree. Come in there. I've been adding lots of little decorative items, as you can see. And even have an Alexa in here, which is a bit of an indulgence, but I do play music for the plants. So I think this will come into its own in the winter for storage of all the agrums and seeding later. So as you can see, it's all going pretty well. And my last collection of plants are on the outside, which are all my blackberries that I planted, Thornless Blackberries, and they are taking over, which is fabulous. And I even have some lovely fruit there, and there's Polly Pickles come to say hello. And in fact, the butternut squash have outgrown the potager, have now decided to come out into the garden Jack and the Beanstalk style. So there we go, that's an update from me on the potager in July. I'll check back in probably in September time to show you what's going on then. Bye for now.